And our hereafter starts right after our death in Barzakh. Today I want to start up a new discussion. I have been planning about this for many weeks. It's going to be a bit chain of discussion of 4 or 5 continuous lectures for Jumma. The main title is Lie, Kidb. Today I will discuss, inshallah, the appearance of lie in Quran Kareem and Hadith. How Islam teaches us to treat this disease of tongue. And be known, this is one of the most dangerous diseases. We have many diseases, and most of the diseases, they're not related to our heart, not our mind, not any other limb, but our tongue. Ulama, they have extracted over 20 different diseases from tongue, and one of them is lying. Let me go directly to the Quran Kareem. Allah Jalla Shanu in Surah Mubarakah Nahl says, A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim. Innama yaftaril kadhib alladhina la yu'minuna bi ayatillah wa ulaika humul kadhibun. This ruling is very harsh. Indeed, those lie, Allah says, who have no faith in the signs of Allah, in ayat of Allah. And Allah does not say people who don't believe, they lie. No, Allah says, puts the lying first. Who lies has no faith in my ayat. You think how harsh is the hukm. And then Allah puts the word ta'keed to emphasize inna. Indeed, surely, there's no doubt. Those who lie have no faith in my ayat. And be known then makes another, ta'keed. To put extra emphasis, says, Ulaika humul kadhibun, these guys are liars. Now, you have seen the ayah. One day, inshallah, maybe second or third, not second, third or fourth, we will go in a little bit tafsir of the ayah. But today I want to give you an overview that how dangerous crime is this. Lesson number 1, which we can learn from this ayah, is that it threatens one's iman if he lies. So one should be very careful what he utters out of his tongue. That is the most obvious tafsir. When Allah's Quran is there to teach us, how will Quran teach us? When we will take the directives of Quran and apply them to our daily life. Quran is not astaghfirullah just to be recited, done tilawat and put back in the rack. No. Quran is not to be just recited. I recited Surah Yasin, Surah Waqi'ah, Surah Rahman, other surahs, whole Quran for thawab. 100% we will get reward. But the principal aim of Quran is not to just earn reward, is to embody Quran in our daily life through our actions. Bring Quranic teachings back to life. Quran is in written form. We have to make it a model form, as Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam did. Salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Let me give you a beautiful hadith now. How Ahle Bayt, they have comprehended this heinous crime. This is from Da'watul Rawandi. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Arba riba al-kadhibu. Arba riba, see, riba means interest, sood, which is strictly haram in Islam. Sood basically means to grow, to increase. It's not the terminological meaning here. No, it just means the verb. Arba riba, the most benefiting or the most extremely rewarding increase is what? Al-kadhibu. Somebody who goes after crimes, after sins. If you want to know which one is the worst sin, Rasulullah is telling us it is the lie. When somebody lies, that is the major sin. And now about all the Masumin, they have either exact words or likeness of this hadith. I will go with the translation. Especially Imam Askari alayhi salam, have a salawat on him. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Imam mentions that if you put all the calamities and all the afat in a case, in a box, and you put a lock on it, the key to all these evils, key to that lock which has imprisoned all these evils, is lie. And if you pay attention, that is very true even physically. If you look, everything has to go back to lying when it comes to like negative or evil acts. And that is what Ahlul Bayt has warned us. A beautiful hadith, and I will finish my first khutbah. A man came to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Please pay close attention. These are the exact words of the Apostle of Allah. Purified is that heart who takes admonition from him. Is exactly on the straight path somebody who follows his commands. So simple. Man says, Ya Rasulallah, al-mu'minu yazni, does mu'min do zina? Meaning, can he do zina? Rasulullah says, قَدْ يَكُونُ ذَلِكَ. Sometimes it can happen. Please pay attention. Man comes to Rasulullah, Ya Rasulullah, can a mu'min do this? He says, yes, sometimes, قَدْ يَكُونُ. Sometimes, very rarely, it can happen. I mean, it's possible that a mu'min commit that evil sin. Man goes, Ya Rasulallah, al-mu'minu yasriq. Can a mu'min steal? This guy is very intelligent. Can a mu'min steal? O Apostle of Allah. Rasulullah said, قَدْ يَكُونُ ذَلِكَ. Sometimes maybe that can happen. He does not deny. Says, yes, it can happen, it's possible. Now man goes, Ya Rasulallah, al-mu'minu yakdhib. Can a mu'min, a believer, lie? For zina, Rasulullah said, yes. For stealing, Rasulullah said, yes, that's possible. But pay attention to zina, to lying. Rasulullah said, la. No. A mu'min cannot lie. And then he gives the proof why a mu'min cannot lie. Pay attention to the word mu'min. Al-mu'min means somebody who has iman. Right? Al-mu'min is the word for, amana yuminu iman. I don't want to go into that trick of language, but al-mu'min is ism fa'il, somebody who has faith, who has iman. Rasulullah says mu'min cannot lie because innama yaftaril kadhib alladhina la yu'minun. He recites exact same ayah. Because people who lie, they don't have iman. So that automatically excludes mu'mineen from the liars. Look how 2 and 2 is 4. Clear cut. This is the simplest way of understanding Quran, what Rasulullah has said, what Ahlul Bayt have said about so and so ayah. 2 and 2, 4. If you lie, you have no iman in your heart, no disrespect. Why are you lying? I mean, if you want to make sure your iman is there, never lie then. And Allah says if you do lie, that's why He puts lying first. The habit of lying, Allah puts first. And in Arabic language, taqaddam and ta'akhir, the order is very important in the language. Iyyaka na'budu. The original syntax is na'budu iyyaka. But Allah wants to make sure only you and nobody else we worship. That's why He puts iyyaka, only you first, na'budu. If it was na'budu iyyaka, we worship you, somebody could add and na'udhu billah, and. But to exclude that no one else is worthy of worship of being worshipped, he puts iyyaka. Only and only you we worship. But iyyaka nasta'in, and only from you we seek help. Please recite a salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. We do dua, O Allah, save us from these heinous crimes which this gentleman mentioned. And for us, maybe he made so easy to understand, and he questioned the apostle of Allah. O Allah, help us stay away from zina. Help us stay away from stealing. Help us stay away from lying. Help us refrain from any haram act which has been prescribed as evil act in your religion, and keep us on the straight path. Without your help, we cannot do it. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wal asr. Innal insana lafi khusr. Illa alladhina amanu wa amilus salihat wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr. Sadaqallahul aliyyul azim. Salli ala. روحي وأرواح العالمين لمقدمك الفداء يا سيدي أبي عبد الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام والتحية والإكرام على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآله الأطيبين الأطهرين المنتجبين، سيما علي أمير المؤمنين والصديقة الطاهرة سيدة نساء العالمين، والحسن والحسين سبطي نبي الرحمة وإمامي الهدى وسيدي شباب أهل الجنة، وعلي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والحجة الخلف القائم المهدي. اللهم صل على محمد حججك على عبادك وأمنائك في بلادك. اللهم صل عليهم صلاة دائمة ذاكية متواترة متواصلة، وصل على أئمة المسلمين وحماة المستضعفين وهداة المؤمنين. Dear brothers, the era we live in, lying is not limited to our tongue only. In past days, somebody could lie in writing. So that is another branch of how this sin can be committed. We will be discussing different types of lies, inshallah. We will be discussing the factors behind lying, why people lie. When we see that relationship of cause and effect, that helps us with better understanding, that helps us to perform these religious rituals better and with pure intention and with quality. See, Allah Jalla Shanu is so precious. Allah is so wise. He doesn't look at the quantity, though in some cases quantity matters. Like in jihad, huge number matters. In majlis, in salat, huge number matters. But most of the times, quantity is not what Allah wants. Quality is what He wants. So we will inshallah discuss the factors. And then most importantly, the cure. If God forbid somebody is into this habit of lying, how can he help stop himself from committing this dangerous crime which can spoil one's iman? And he may, this crime may expel him from the circle of Islam. As you just heard, it's the decision of Quran Kareem. You gotta pick and choose between these two. Either your iman or lying. If I can make it simple. You have to take one of these. You cannot have iman at the same time lie. That's impossible. If you do that, well, you're just mocking yourself. That's the reality. The era we live in, major part of lying comes from mainstream media nowadays. With this high-speed internet, it's no more TV. It's not limited to the cable anymore. Like 10, 15 years ago, it was cable TV. The cable was a medium of penetrating all this poisonous information into people's houses. Nowadays, high-speed internet, and it's not even limited to the computer. This smart device, anywhere you are, you don't have any personal time anymore. There's no privacy anymore. Kids, especially when it comes bedtime, within their, blanket, they're just simply, watching and surfing internet on their phone. And you can't tell their light is off. My just whole point is that look how challenging it is. It was even before. It will be after this era. Tools, they might change. Technology might change. But the essence of the issue stays the same. Sadiq will be Sadiq in the history. Sadiq is Sadiq today. Sadiq will be Sadiq tomorrow. Simple. Liar, Kadhib, was Kadhib yesterday. He is Kadhib today. These devices, sources, other platforms, other technologies, they might change, come and go. But the essence, the root of the issue stays the same. This is the religion of Allah. Please look at religion with this lens. Mathalan, when Allah says, Kunu ma'as sadiqeen. Sadiqeen were there during the time of revelation of Quran. Panjatan Pak. Today, we have one of their, that household, one representative. Who is that? As-Sadiq Imam Abba Salih Imam Zaman Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. Salli alam. Can technology affect Imam's truthfulness? Can these resources we see, mainstream media, name them, our devices, can they, astaghfirullah, have any impact on Imam's, Siddiqiyat? No. Why? Because it does not look, and same way we should not look at these things. They are fara'i. The original is our intention and the way we do things. These resources, they may come and go. I went maybe a little too deep into it. Let me just come back. An interesting article I came across. This is the title. You can Google it. The Truth About Social Media. Colin, White Lies and Whoppers. Please pay attention. Everybody lies. Subtitle. I'm reading just the word for word from the article, some selections. Canadian-born television producer David Shore understood deeply this funny little quirk of our civilized society and used it to create one of the best TV shows in the last 10 years. He mentions a lot. He says, you know what? Whenever you speak the truth, nobody cares. Nobody wants to listen to you. Nobody wants to buy the truth. But if you mix it up with lies, you add lies, then people want to listen to it. Suddenly, it becomes so interesting. When you are telling the truth, it was all boring and, what is this man talking about? But as soon as he says you add lies, there he goes. He says, you know what? Every single line I put there, it was a lie, and the show was a hit. A selection, House in commas. House was built, the name of the show, was built around a team of high-level diagnosticians at an American hospital. The show's namesake, Dr. Gregory House, is named after this doctor. I don't know the man, but I'm just reading from the article. I found it really interesting because one of the factors which we're going to discuss is that people, when they lie, they feel happy. They feel, gratified. It feels cool, and astaghfirullah, if I tell you, I never had a chance to meet one-on-one to Ayatollah Sistani Hafizahullah when I visited Iraq. That is the truth. I couldn't see him. We had to go in a congregation. I had very little time to speak with him. About maybe 22 to 25 minutes. That is the truth. But if I tell you, oh, you know what? Now what I'm going to tell you now is a lie. See, if I tell you, oh, you know what, guys? When I went there, Ayatollah Sistani Hafizahullah, just looking at my Imam, I said, where are you from, brother? I said, Maulana Sayyidi, I'm from Canada. Hey, you're from Canada? He took me to his house. His wife, she prepared a great meal for me. I had taken two, iPhone 12 Pros for him, and he was so delighted. See, Ayatollah Sistani takes phones? La ilaha illallah. Look how the whole scenario will change. Exactly, he speaks about this. He said that the best show, namesake Dr. Gregory House, held one truth. Nothing else was truth. He said only one truth. The line, everybody lies. Could I say it? Except this line, that everybody lies. He says everything else was a lie in that whole show. Please recite a salawat. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. A very, blunt example. In August, that terrible attack on those innocent civilians in Kabul that killed 10 innocent civilians, including 7 children. The reply of Pentagon in beginning. Who remembers these news? By the way, just nod your head. You remember the news I'm talking about. They said we have killed the, bad guy, the Daesh guy there. May Allah kill them all. But number one, capture the culprit, the criminal. Bring him to the court. Let's have a hearing. Let's follow the law. The problem with USA is, they say the rules for thee, not for me. Rules are for you, not for me. I may, take the responsibility, but I don't want to take the blame. Anyways, Pentagon admits, the title, this is the heading. Pentagon admits deadly Kabul drone strike killed 10 innocent people, including several children. General McKenzie said the vehicle was struck in the earnest belief that it posed an imminent threat. God knows who declares and who defines these threats. But I know one thing which is obvious, and you all know that, and the whole mainstream media knows that. Since the departure of USA from Afghanistan, there not has been a single attack like that. What does that tell us? 20 years or maybe 21 years, we heard lies, white lies. What are the roots? What are the benefits? What are the consequences of lying? That's what we want to discuss. I think when we know better, when we have better understanding of these evil sins, that helps us, number one, to hate them, to do tabarra from these sins. That is to simply discourage somebody who does it. Discourage yourself, first of all, to stay away from it. Say, I dislike lying. I don't support this act. I don't want to do it. I don't want to buy lies from other people. I want to only speak truth. And I have to be kind. I have to be humble. I have to be sincere. That's what is the message behind it. ربنا إننا سمعنا مناديا ينادي للإيمان أن آمنوا بربكم فآمنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا اللهم عجل لوليك الفرج. Thank you so much. Have a salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. Ya Rasulallah.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Jumma Mubarak. Quick announcements for the upcoming program. starting from tomorrow, which is Saturday, 17th of Safar, inshallah, we will have the Arba'in program at this center, Razavi Community Center. The program will continue until the Arba'in day, which is Tuesday. So starting from tomorrow, Saturday until Tuesday will be our Arba'in program. Program will tomorrow, inshallah, will start at 6:15. Will finish before namaz. So tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday will be 6:15, and inshallah, once you come, I'll announce the rest of the program. The majlis will be recited by Sheikh Shafiq Khuda from Kitchener, inshallah. This program is, of course, by registration. So if you have still not registered, you can visit the same usual way you register for other programs. It is day by day. So every day you have to register out of the 4 days. There's no sort of blanket registration. The couple of other announcements is for the next Friday, the Jumma Salaat will be at 1:10 p.m., which is the Awwal Waqt. So inshallah, we'll have the Jumma Salaat on next Friday as 1:10 p.m. AM, PM rather, sorry. And as usual, please comply with the regulation of, the SOPs for COVID. Make sure you wear mask, use sanitizers, maintain the physical distancing, bring your own musalla and tasbih for Jamaat Salat. All the programs we have, usually we always have a Jamaat Salat, whether it's Maghrib or any other part of the day. So usually we have a Jamaat. So always bring your musalla tasbih with you or keep you in your car. That will help us. And that with that, I'll end the announcement with your salawat. Allahumma salli.
محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. اللهم صل. أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. اللهم صل على محمد وآله. أشهد أن أمير المؤمنين وإمام المتقين وقاتل المشركين عليا ولي الله. اللهم صل على. أشهد أن عليا وأولاده المعصومين حجج الله. اللهم صل على. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير العمل حي على خير العمل. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض الملك القدوس العزيز الحكيم. هو الذي بعث في الأميين رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين وآخرين منهم لما يلحقوا بهم وهو العزيز الحكيم ذلك فضل الله يؤتيه من يشاء والله ذو الفضل العظيم مثل الذين حملوا التوراة ثم لم يحملوها كمثل الحمار يحمل أسفارا بئس مثل القوم الذين كذبوا بآيات الله والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين قل يا أيها الذين هادوا إن زعمتم أنكم أولياء لله من دون الناس فتمنوا الموت إن كنتم صادقين ولا يتمنونه أبدا بما قدمت أيديهم والله عليم بالظالمين قل إن الموت الذي تفرون منه فإنه ملاقيكم ثم تردون إلى عالم الغيب والشهادة فينبئكم بما كنتم تعملون يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون فإذا قضيت الصلاة فانتشروا في الأرض وابتغوا من فضل الله واذكروا الله كثيرا لعلكم تفلحون وإذا رأوا تجارة أو لهوا انفضوا إليها وتركوك قائما قل ما عند الله خير من الله قل ما عند الله خير من اللهو ومن التجارة والله خير الرازقين الله أكبر اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد اللهم أصلح كل فاسد من أمور المسلمين اللهم اشف كل مريض إنك على كل شيء قدير اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد الله أكبر سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد الله أكبر أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد الله أكبر بحول الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد كذلك الله أكبر سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. سمع الله لمن حمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم صل على محمد وآله الأطهار. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. يا قوي يا لطيف ارحم عبدك الضعيف الذليل الحقير المسكين المستكين. الله أكبر. الحمد لله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. أستغفر الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم ذو الجلال والإكرام وأتوب إليه. أستغفر الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم ذو الجلال والإكرام وأتوب إليه. أستغفر الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم ذو الجلال والإكرام وأتوب إليه. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله أول قبل الإنشاء والأحياء والآخر بعد فناء الأشياء. العليم الذي لا ينسى من ذكر ولا ينقص من شكر ولا يقيب من دعا ولا يقطع رجاء من رجا. اللهم إني أشهدك وكفى بك شهيدا وأشهد جميع ملائكتك وسكان السماوات وحملة عرشك وانبعث من أنبيائك ورسلك وانشأت من أصناف خلقك أني أشهد أنك أنت الله لا إله إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك ولا عديل ولا خلف لقولك ولا تبديل. وأن محمد صلى الله عليه وآله عبدك ورسولك أدى ما حملته للعباد وجاهد في الله عز وجل حق الجهاد. وأنه بشر بما هو حق من الثواب وانذر بما هو صدق من العقاب. اللهم ثبتني على دينك ما أحييتني ولا تزغ قلبي بعد إذ هديتني وهب لي من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. صل على محمد وآل محمد وجلني من أتباعي وشيعته واحشرني في زمرته وفقني لأداء فرض الجمعات वमा औजबत अलैहा फ़ीहा मिन अत्ताआत व क़समत लिअहलिहा मिन अल-अता फ़ी यौमिल जज़ा इन्नका अंतल अज़ीज़ुल हकीम। अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला
محمد
मुहम्मद
وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم يا علي أنت ولي روحي لك الفدا يا سيدي علي. بسم الله. الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. اللهم صل على محمد. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. أشهد أن عليا ولي الله. اللهم صل. أشهد أن عليا وأولاده المعصومين حجج الله. اللهم صل على حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير العمل حي على خير العمل قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. بحول الله وقوته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله أكبر. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب. رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا إنك على كل شيء قدير. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. الحمد لله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وتقبل شفاعته وارفع درجته بحول الله وقوته. Allahu Akbar. Subhana Rabbi al-Azim wa bihamdih. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Sami Allahu liman hamidah. Allahu Akbar. Subhana Rabbi al-A'la wa bihamdih. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Allahu Akbar. Astaghfirullah Rabbi wa atubu ilayh. Allahu Akbar. Subhana Rabbi al-A'la wa bihamdih. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Allahu Akbar. Bihawlillahi wa quwwatihi aqumu. Allahu Akbar. Subhana Rabbi al-Azim wa bihamdih. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Sami Allahu liman hamidah. Allahu Akbar. Subhana Rabbi al-A'la wa bihamdih. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Allahu Akbar. Astaghfirullah Rabbi wa atubu ilayh. Allahu Akbar. Subhana Rabbi al-A'la wa bihamdih. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Ya Jalil irham abdaka dhalil. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah. وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Astaghfirullah allazi la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum. Zul jalali wal ikrami wa atubu ilayh. Astaghfirullah allazi la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum. Zul jalali wal ikrami wa atubu ilayh. Astaghfirullah allazi la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum. Zul jalali wal ikrami wa atubu ilayh. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Astaghfirullah allazi la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum. Ar-Rahmanur Rahim. Zul jalali wal ikram. وأسأله أن يتوب علي توبة عبد ذليل خاضع فقير بائس مسكين مستكين مستجير لا يملك لنفسه نفعا ولا ضرا ولا موتا ولا حياة ولا نشورا. اللهم إني أعوذ بك من نفس لا تشبع ومن قلب لا يخشع ومن علم لا ينفع ومن صلاة لا ترفع ومن دعاء لا يسمع
Allahumma inni as'aluka al-yusra ba'da al-usra wal faraja ba'da al-karb wal rakha'a ba'da al-shidda. Allahumma ma bina min ni'matin famink la ilaha illa ant astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum ya Nabi Allah ya Rasul Allah ya Basalullah. Assalamu alaikum ya Sahib Safina ya Rahmatul Alamin ya Khatimin Nabeen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum ya Ali Amir al-Mu'minin ya Qa'id al-Ghur al-Muhajjalin wa Imam al-Muttaqin. Assalamu alaikum ya Fatimah al-Zahra Sayyidat Nisa'il Alamin. Assalamu alaikum ya Khadija al-Kubra al-Mu'minin. Assalamu alaikum Hasan al-Mujtaba. Assalamu alaikum Hussein al-Shahid bi Karbala. Assalamu ala al-Hussein وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. السلام عليكم أئمة الهدى علي بن الحسين زين العابدين ومحمد بن علي الباقر وجعفر بن محمد الصادق وموسى بن جعفر الكاظم وعلي بن موسى الله محمد بن علي تقي الجواد وعلي بن محمد هادي النقي وحسن بن علي زكي العسكري. Ziyarat of Imam of our time on Day Friday. Assalamu alayka ya hujjatullah fi awdih. Assalamu alayka ya aynallah fi khalqih. Assalamu alayka ya nurullah allazi yahtadi bihi al-muhtadun wa yufarriju bihi anil mu'minin. Assalamu alayka ayyuhal muhazzabul khaif. Assalamu alayka ayyuhal waliyun nasih. Assalamu alayka ya safinatan najat. Assalamu alayka ya aynal hayat. Assalamu alayka sallallahu alayka wa ala ahli baytika at-tayyibin at-tahirin. Assalamu alayka ajjallahu laka ma wa'daka min an-nasr wa zuhur al-amr. Assalamu alayka ya mawlaya ana mawlaka arifun dolak wa khuraq ataqarrabu lillahi ta'ala bika wa bi ali bahtik wa antazuru zuhurika zuhuri haqqi ala yadayk wa sallallahu yusalli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad wa ij'alni min al-muntazirin laka wa tabi'in wa nasirin laka ala daik wal mustashhadin bayna yadayk fi jumlati awliyaik. يا مولاي يا صاحب الزمان صلوات الله عليك وعلى أهل بيتك. هذا يوم الجمعة وهو يومك المتوقع فيه ظهورك وفرج فيه للمؤمنين على يديك وقتل الكافرين بسيفك. وأنا يا مولاي فيه ضيفك وجارك وأنت يا مولاي كريم من أولاد الكرام ومأمور بالضيافة والإجارة وأضفني وأجرني صلوات الله عليك وعلى أهل بيتك الطاهرين. السلام عليك يا مولانا صاحب العصر والزمان. Assalamu alayka Khalifatur Rahman ya Imamana wa Imam al-Insi wal Jan. Ajjallahu ta'ala farajak wa sahlallahu ta'ala wa makhrajak wa zuhurak wa jalna min asarika wa wanik wal mustashadina bayna yadak. Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma kun li waliyika al-Hujjat ibn al-Hasan salawatuka alayhi wa ala abaihi fi hadhihi as-sa'a wa fi kulli sa'a waliyan wa hafiza wa qa'idan wa nasira wa dalilan wa aina حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم صل على محمد
وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. Let's recite 5 times Amma Yujib. Then we also have a request for dua of this brother Faqir Ali and his family, this tragic death of his son, brother Hassanain. But let's recite 5 times Amma Yujib for the speedy recovery of both Faqir and his son Sibtain, and may Allah help recover, and everybody else who have asked for us for our duas, and that may Allah remove this COVID-19 and give speedy recovery to all the people who are suffering with it and the other marid. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Amma yujibul mudtarra idha da'ahu wa yakshifu as-su'. أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء برحمتك مضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Let's recite another Surah Fatiha for Brother Faqir Ali, his son and sister Shamim Zahra Kazmi, Ma'adhikre Salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Bismillah.